Hey y'all, it's a bottle of almond water and today I will be talking about levels 14 to 22. Level 14 is an oasis. The forest from your dreams shimmering in the night. Close your eyes for a moment. You can see it, right? The crashing waterfalls. The crimson grass, wet with dew. The eternally starlit sky. Even the branches on the trees reach up as if trying to touch it. You can hear the forest whispering to you. You'll be happy here, you're sure of it. After all, everyone else is. And why should you feel down when others are so content? A cacophony fills your ears. You can't think, but you don't need to. Aren't you relieved to have the burden of thought lifted from your shoulders? Don't you feel so much lighter now? You can almost float away. Perhaps you will. Look at the other guests lying peacefully in the soil. Devoid of all pain as they meditate, their bones glistening in the moonlight. Don't you want to be like them? You're so close now you can almost touch it. 14 has a class of beautiful, serene and perfect. Children line up in rows. They howl beautifully at the moon, waiting to become whole. You want to help them, don't you? Of course you do. After all, they only want to help you. All you need to do is surrender yourself. It won't hurt, I promise. I bet you feel your mind leaking. Don't worry. We're just fixing a few things so that we'll be perfect for you, and you'll be perfect for us. That's it, let us in, and soon you'll be here too. We'll have a great feast when you come. After all, we want to welcome you. Interviewer: Solomon Myers. Interviewee: Theo Lin. Begin log. Interviewer: Please state your name for the record. Just a fool who fell from heaven. Interviewer: I know it's serious. This is just our procedure for cataloging new levels. How did you get to this level? Poked a small hole in my brain, and I stretched it wider and wider until I could pass through with ease. Interviewer: And, how did you exit this level? No, it would be foolish for us to tell you that. You wouldn't want to leave anyway. Interviewer: Can you describe the level that you ended up in? You've seen it already, in your mind's eye. You don't need me to tell you again. Interviewer: Were you able to identify any of these bodies? I saw everyone I know and everyone I have ever known. All beckoning me to come closer. Interviewer: Ah, what do you mean by psychological effects? The voices sang beautifully in the night, but when I left, I couldn't hear them, and without them, I was lost. Interviewer: And you said this all started when you read some writing on the wall? Yes. But we have a better way to spread the word now. You made that possible, and now so many people are happy. Interviewer: No, I don't think anything like that could happen in the database. It's pretty safe. Any closing thoughts? Only that we've patched up that hole, so you can rest safely knowing that no one else will have to be thrust back into the pain. We will keep you safe. End log. Level 15 is a series of futuristic hallways with occasional pitch-black areas created by the absence of any lighting. Sounds of engines can be heard from afar when traversing through these hallways. These noises are coming from machines that are located in large rooms closed off by reinforced doors made out of metal. A part of the wall of these rooms is made out of thick glass. Level 15 has a class of 0 aka safe, secure and devoid of entities. The only known base on this level is Enrique's, which has been set up inside of a large control room and has existed for around 2 years, as of now. Traces of other camps have been found while exploring this level. But they were all abandoned and seem to have been made by the persons that can be found dead all around this level. No other traces of wanderers have been found thus far. Level 16 is the 17th level of the Backrooms. The level appears to be a rainforest-like ecosystem with persistent fog. Information surrounding this level is sparse as it has just been recently discovered. Level 16 has a class of 0 aka Safe Secure and Devoid of entities. Level 16 is the 17th level of the Backrooms. This level has a rapidly changing terrain, altering itself at unknown intervals. Studying this level is difficult as its properties change with every environmental shift. Level 16 has a class of mysterious properties, unknown information and undocumented entities. Level 16 in its current state is an Arctic climate similar to those within standard reality. One notable difference is the ice covering the surrounding area has a noticeable luminous surface with high reflectivity. The level also has a day-night cycle with a length of approximately 13 hours to complete a full cycle. Temperatures within this level vary from 10 degrees Celsius, 50 degrees Fahrenheit to 6 degrees Celsius, 43 degrees Fahrenheit depending on the time of day. Entities are sparse but can be observed in this level. Large populations of light guides have been seen within this space. This is a peculiar observation as these entities are quite rare, and never found in groups. Further insights into this phenomenon are unlikely as the level is soon to alter its topography. Human life within this level is unsustainable due to the unstable nature of this level. No long-term bases can form within level 16 for this reason. How to enter. Finding and touching an orange gallium patch in level 75 will bring you here. There have been several other supposed entrances, but this is the only confirmed one as of the time of writing. How to leave. The location of the exit is different with each alteration, but the destination is constant. In the level's current state, finding and standing on a sheet of ice covered in sand will lead you to level 46. Level 17 appears to be an infinite labyrinth of the inside structure of a naval aircraft carrier. The level is made up of corridors and stairwells typically found on an Essex-class carrier. Occasionally, one may come across a flooded hallway. These hallways are one-way exits connected directly to the surface rooms of Level 7. Level 17 is mostly devoid of entities, having only a single entity exclusive to it. These entities, known as imprints, are doppelgangers of past wanderers who have explored Level 17. While not physically dangerous, looking at an imprint will cause great amounts of distress for unknown reasons. This effect is amplified when looking one of these entities in the eyes, typically resulting in the wanderer falling unconscious for 3 to 4 hours. And in extreme cases can lead to brain death. Heading up several flights of stairs will eventually bring you to the upper layers of Level 17. These upper floors have sealed translucent windows and doors with an unidentifiable light emitting from them. When the light emitted from these windows comes into contact with a wanderer, it causes said wanderer's lungs to slowly fill with water. Water will continue to fill the wanderer's lungs until either they are removed from the light or the wanderer dies, whichever comes first. Level 17 has a class of 1 aka Safe Secure and minimal entity count. How to enter. Entry into Level 17 can be achieved by finding a submerged light source on Level 7. Swimming into this light source will transport the wanderer into a room similar in design to a ballast of a submarine. Water will drain from the room and entry into the lower layer of Level 17 will be granted. How to leave. Ascending the floors of the upper layer will eventually lead the wanderer to a metallic red door that leads into level 11. The other way to exit level 17 is to find a flooded hallway on the lower layer. These flooded hallways lead to the surface rooms of level 7. Level 18 appears different to every viewer, however, every viewer has noted it to be similar to a childhood memory. The age range of this childhood memory ranges from 2 to 5 years old. The most common appearance it can undertake is a preschool or a daycare. However, in cases where neither are present, it will resemble things such as a childhood bedroom, classroom, or playground. In very rare cases where the wanderer in question had no such memories, the room will resemble an empty void and will not affect the wanderer. Level 18 has numerous voices whispering to you whilst wandering. These voices can whisper a variety of things, however, the most common things it'll whisper are your biggest regrets or biggest mistakes. It is unknown how the room gains knowledge of these events, and as such, it is nearly impossible to suppress these voices. Level 18 is also capable of resurfacing deep-seated memories, which are forgotten. For example, dead childhood animals can be found, and will often cause the wanderer to enter a deep emotional state, even if they have no memory of the animal. Allergies are suppressed, through unknown means. Level 18 has been known to be addicting to certain wanderers, and some actively choose to stay on this level. There is no harm posed in this, and the level provides all materials required for survival. The level itself has no threats around and is known to enjoy company. On level 18, a rare entity can be found, which helps guide wanderers throughout the floor. This entity is called the plush dino and resembles a dinosaur plushie. The plushie is sapient and capable of movement. Throughout the floor, it can be seen wandering around. Due to the effects on the floor, and the fact that the plushie induces content emotions, it is unknown whether or not harm is possible to the plush. It is incredibly helpful, typically appearing with some materials such as food and water to provide to the wanderer. Level 18 has a class of safe, secure and minimal entity count. This outpost is largely inhabited by a group of 20 to 25 people, all of whom spend all their time on level 18, most notably referring to it as their lifestyle. They don't do much beyond staying on the level and don't like the plush dino. How to enter. This level has no consistent entryway, due to it largely being based upon the wanderer themselves. Most commonly, wanderers appear whenever they experience a resurgence of memories. However, there has been noted to be a consistent entrance on level 17, despite being rare. How to leave. Exits have been noted to be in notable places, however, the most simple method is to turn around and leave, which will take you to level 19. If you happen to encounter the plush dino, you can follow him for an extended period, which will take you to the level you desire to go to. However, this method is known for sometimes taking extended periods of time. Level 19 is a complex series of randomly shaped attic spaces, packed with a heavy clutter of boxes, vintage furniture, and other miscellaneous items. While the exteriors of these items are frequently found damp, dust-covered, and dirty, the interiors of these items will, more often than not, be in near pristine condition. 2 The boxes within level 19 often contain vital foods and a wide amount of catalogued, anomalous objects. Upon an item being removed from a container, there is a possibility it will begin to decay at a rapid rate. 3. This decay effect affects more than just inanimate objects, however. A select amount of individuals may feel effects nausea, paranoia, general dizziness, and may be subject to periods of blacking out or hallucinations. It is currently unknown if this extends to physical decay. Within some of the floorboards of level 19, a warm, fire-like glow may emanate from underneath, shining up through the flooring. This glow has an odd, alluring effect that can attract wanderers by instilling a feeling of comfort and tranquility, oftentimes pulling direct memories from the individual and altering them to be directly connected to this glow. The orange glow is the term coined to describe the faint, warm glow that emanates from under the floorboards of level 19. While it's currently known where the glow originates or how the light can alter memories, it is heavily theorized that either this glow creates the decay effect in level 19, or that it amplifies it. While not known to be sentient, this glow has previously infected the mind of others to spread the knowledge of its existence, which has caused unsanctioned edits to be randomly added on both this article and others on the database in the past. For this reason, it is heavily unadvised to enter level 19. How to enter. Level 19 can be accessed via climbing into random holes within level 1. One exists just off the north exit to Base Alpha, though a further 15 have been found by the MEG. Other entrances include level 18, which is done by turning around and leaving the level upon arrival, and level 183 via old manholes on the traversable paths of its sewers. How to leave. One can exit level 19 by falling through any of the non-glowing floorboards or crevices, resulting in a variety of outcomes, such as appearing on level 38, level 202, level 432, and level 654. Alternatively, occasional, broken or damaged doors can lead to level -2, level 5, level 12, or level 20. As a third method of exit, finding either handheld games or small arcade devices within the boxes can teleport oneself to level 40, or level 212. Finally, the presumed perimeters of level 19 cause intense blurriness and general decay that is usually apparent on level 19. However, experiencing these processes at the boundaries of level 19 will take you to level 140. Level 20 appears to be reminiscent of some of the earlier floors in the Backrooms, being a warehouse-like location that is approximately 200 to 300 kilometers wide in total, although more may exist, but has yet to be reached, with most rooms being around 30 meters across, and corridors ranging from 10 meters to 300 meters. When it comes to the rooms of level 20, they are primarily filled with abandoned machinery of various eras. Interestingly, despite whatever condition said machinery is in, it appears to work as intended. Along with this, a sticky, oil-like substance coats most rooms, usually either being in pools on the floor or leaking from cracks in the roof. Interspersed between rooms are corridors, filled with boxes, crates, and racks of all kinds, obscuring most, if not every wall, usually leaving a straight but narrow path between rooms to walk through. Attempting to open items within the corridors is not recommended, as they usually contain odd or outright dangerous items. If any bottles of fluids are found, regardless of brand, will always contain the fluid found throughout the rest of the floor. How to enter. Finding a rusted door on level 19 will lead to level 20. How to leave. The easiest way to leave level 20 is to locate a corridor without any lights, completely drenched in the fluid found throughout the rest of the floor, continuing for several hours, will eventually bring you to either level 6 or level 22. Level 21 is a large level consisting of 4 hallways. These hallways are all estimated to be about 26 miles long. The hallways meet in the middle of the level. The middle of the level is a small open square with chairs and a desk. Entities never appear in this area but, instead, appear in the hallways. The hallways are assumed to be ever-changing, shifting and shaping into something new every once in a while. The hallways can become impossible to navigate or be blocked off. Though these hallways are odd, there is one constant. The doors that repeat on either side of the halls are always there. These doors can lead to random places in the backrooms, including negative and sublevels. More often than not, they will cause you to appear somewhere else in level 21 or put you on a wall. Plus show known doorways. The hallways of this level are extremely dangerous and can sometimes be filled with entities. The amount of entities and types is inconsistent, although clickers are relatively common here. Unknown entities have been spotted at this level as well. Random objects can also be found in the halls. These include almond water, level keys, and fire salt. Others have been spotted rarely. If anybody is found at this level, they are not to be trusted. Avoid contact with them at all costs. It is rumored that there is a door at the end of one hallway that causes the hallway to extend for much longer than usual. This door has not been found but has been said to have valuable resources and many aggressive entities. If this door is found, do not enter it. It is to be reported to the MEG. Level 21 has a class of 4 aka unsafe, unsecure and medium entity count. Various tiers in the walls of level 13 can be entered to reach this level. These warp tiers, while encountered occasionally on level 11, level 9, and level 6, are most stable and between level 13 and this level, notable for emitting a high-pitched whine. The link between levels is unknown. This level can also be entered from level 1.5 by random chance from no-clipping. Level 22 was initially nothing special. It took the appearance of a 20th-century, multi-story car park which was filled with various parked cars and shopping trolleys, all of which used to be full of building supplies and food. Due to the infrequent amount of hostile entities in level 22, this location acted as a hub for countless groups and individual communities. In 1987, level 22 was declared a small micronation, becoming independent of any other faction within the other levels of the Backrooms. From then on, the micronation within level 22 continued to grow rapidly. By 1990, most entrances to level 22 had been closed by its inhabitants, with this group officially isolating itself and giving itself the new title of M-Stable 1. While M-Stable began negotiating trades with both the MEG and the BNTG. In 2012 and 2015 respectively, this independent faction would very rarely allow those who were not a part of their group into the level. Because of this, very little is known about the faction's members, economy, political structure, or general day-to-day life. From what few studies were done, the community had a rigid caste system that divided inhabitants into families. These different groups would each work on different floors of level 22. Each group would have a variety of tasks to fulfill, with each one giving a fraction of their total resources produced to the floor above, keeping whatever was left for themselves. While it is unknown who founded M-Stable, it is known that 3 individuals were the flagships of the Empire's creation. They, as well as others, lived on the highest floor of level 222. Sporting a surprisingly lavish lifestyle given the conditions and environment, they were known to have Wi-Fi, leisurely devices like a pool and football table, and were somehow able to set up functioning electric cookers for meal prepping. For the lower floors, however, life was a lot more difficult. Floors that were around 10 to 15 stories from the top enjoyed easy, albeit boring, lives. All residents on these floors had tents, shacks made of wood or the mined concrete, as well as a select few residents possessing cooking appliances like the ones on the top floor. Those that did not possess cookers lived off of the food of others, or fruits and crops which they periodically harvested. Whilst cookers could have been easily obtainable, it is thus far unknown how wanderers in Emstable obtained crops for the first time. The generally accepted theory is that before Emstable's collapse, exits to a level in which wanderers could cultivate the plants in existed, which allowed wanderers to form a gateway between levels which proved to be convenient for farming. This theory also offers a possible suggestion as to what jobs the citizens of Emstable used to do to make a living in the level, which solidifies the theory's basis even further. At the bottom of Emstable's empire, below the 16th floor, life was extremely impoverished and hard. Recovered diaries and notes write about how many would flee down even more floors in hopes of going to another level. Information on these lower depths is sparse, with a lot of the info being taken from found diaries or photos. 3 Many of the population would starve at these depths, oftentimes relying on the benevolence of the floors above to be mindful and not take too much food and supplies as to leave enough for themselves. They barely had any tents or separate homes, resorting to living out in the open in sleeping bags, or frequently without anything at all. This system was inevitably exploited by the higher floors of level 22, demanding more from the lower floors while also giving less to those above. This led to the need for the third-party trade deals. These deals were ultimately unable to save Emstable from its collapse, which prompted the majority of its population to leave the level in search of a better life in other levels, while the true reason for the fall of Emstable is unknown. It's widely accepted that the main reasons were the fault in its societal system and the slow decline of level 22's structural integrity. Due to all the mining and scavenging of the level's supplies and natural concrete, many of the walls, supporting pillars, ceilings, and floors began to lose stability. All of this culminated into the level's eventual collapse, which has made it so that large parts of the level are either inaccessible by conventional means, or difficult and dangerous to access in the first place. Today, level 22 resembles an abandoned and destroyed car park. The ground is littered with rubble and girder poles, creating an extremely unsafe walking ground. Cars and abandoned tents can occasionally be found while traversing this level. The majority of these cars are rusty and covered in dust, whilst their physical condition is oftentimes severely poor. Most cars are torn to shreds, the only remains of them being only husks of what were once 50s-era cars. The previously mentioned tents are also known to house the corpses of former inhabitants of Emstable, especially on the lower floors, who weren't able to escape when the level was irreversibly broken. Traversing level 22 is extremely difficult and unsafe, which has made it so that most wanderers avoid the level due to its lack of structural integrity. The structure of level 22 is unstable, and the stray debris can easily cause one to trip and injure themselves on the concrete, rebar, or destroyed automobiles. Apart from this, there are countless large, gaping holes within level 22. These holes are often extremely deep, suggesting that these spots are where mining occurred. While one can theoretically climb up or down these holes to reach new areas, doing so is heavily unadvised due to the inherent risks of free-form climbing, with many recorded accidental deaths occurring due to wanderers attempting to do so. Level 22 has a class of 5 aka unsafe, unsecure and non-entity dangers. The 8th of February 14, the day I score it big. Today is gonna be a big day, Hilda. Janice, Helgen, and I have been working tirelessly to mine concrete. The guys that supply us with the pickaxes over at the other level have been superbly generous and discounted the price on this new lot of picks. Can't thank them enough for that. Although that on its own is good, it doesn't exactly make today a big day, does it, Hilda? The reason why this new mining is important is that it may finally get my family up in the ranks. My partner and I have been trying to get up to floor 20 for the longest time, and have been talking to those who live there. Though they occasionally talk about a disdain for the lot on 21, they did say that if we supplied them with enough concrete to give to floor 19 and above, then they'd let my family up. Gray's been working extra hard on mining. Hell, I think Z was out all night mining about a week ago. But it'll be worth it for our daughter, and I'm sure all of our hard work will pay off. The 8th of June 14. Build up to our celebration. We're getting close to it now. The past 4 days have been immensely tough. Gray and I have been operating the concrete mines non-stop. We've traded away as little as possible for food, just so we can have enough for Tia to eat happily each night. I can tell Gray is excited for this. Z's been talking about it non-stop to Tia, explaining all the new stuff she'll get once we're up to the next floor and such. You know, a lot of the townsfolk around here don't believe we'll get to the next floor of Mstable. But I'll be sure to prove that point wrong to them. They've even spoken to Helgen, though he's thankfully still dead set on aiding us. Aiden, Kellaby, and Raven still try to talk me out of it. Is their concern appreciated? Yes. Do I need it right now? No. The 15th of October 30. This entry has no title. Another day, another batch of concrete to send up. Raven's taking it all up this time for me, which, thank God for that. I don't think I could even go into that province again, Hilda. At least Gray's doing okay. Z and Helgen seem to be happy with Tia and whatever their newborn is called. It's not my issue to ask or care if I'm honest. You know, Hilda, I worry about Tia and Gray. I get that they've got their nice new fancy accommodation up in the highs, but still. I have no idea if either of the two misses me, or if Helgen will let me over. My guess would be, no. But hope exists, somewhere, and if it exists somewhere I will find it. I'll meet you again, Tia, mark my words on that. How to enter. Level 22 can be accessed through both Level 21 and Level 23. Both of these are new exits that were created due to the falling rubble and loss of structural integrity, creating holes in the floor of Level 21 and the ceiling of Level 23. Alternatively, albeit rarely, some of the original entrances to Level 22 can be found. It can be accessed by finding glass doors within Level 1, taking exit ramps off of Level 69, or finding an exit in the center areas inside of Level 172. How to leave. Level 22 can be exited by using the previously mentioned entrances to the level from Level 21 and Level 23. No original exits of Level 22 that existed before the collapse have been found. However, successfully no-clipping through cars or debris can lead to Level 817. Glory to Mstable.